Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris and this is Restoration Rescue. So last week we came in and cleared everything. So now it's time to pop the tent back up and start getting everything outside. Now we have the door that still needs to get repainted and re-cleared. Not a big deal. That's something we're going to deal with today. Now we are going to push this thing out and we are going to start building one of the doors. Now that's going to be a part of the project, and part of the project is getting the rear end prepped and painted. So one thing we did find out today, I went looking and I was getting prepped for today and I found my grill. However, I never got my buckets back for my headlights, so those are missing. Unfortunately, those are very rare. So now I got to work on hunting a pair of those down. So hopefully they'll be able to find them at the chroming place that I dropped them off. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. And hopefully they will be able to get them back to me. If not, I got to go on the hunt. So if you know of any, please let me know. But what we're going to do now is blow up the tent and start moving this truck out. All right, so this door is ready to go. Yes, it has some orange peel on it. I'm not 100% worried about that. We are going to buff and cut this thing before this project is done. Now, this door still needs some work, so we're not going to unwrap this. We are going to move it off to the side because we do have to get the truck out. So what we're going to do is we are going to get this one out and inside and off or out of the way, because this is the door we're going to start building on today. So we have a lot of work to do, so let's move this one out. We are also going to take off all of the plastic on the cab. Once that's done, I'm going to fill it up. We're going to jump the battery because I guarantee that thing is dead from sitting out here for a couple weeks. We're going to drive this thing back towards the front of the house. Hopefully put it back in the garage once I do some moving and cleaning and stuff. But we're going to get that done. We are going to get this thing out of the paint booth and get the rest of the bed in the paint booth as well. So let's go ahead, start ripping off some of this tape, ripping off some of this plastic, and moving this truck out. So the truck is back in the garage. As you can see, we moved it out. It sounds pretty good still. Had to fill it up with gas because obviously that's our problem. We keep running it low on gas. But hey, this thing is a blast. So we had our gas can, filled it up, and now the truck is back inside. So now what we need to do is start moving some of the parts back out here, and we need to move this door into the center where we're going to start building it in the paint booth. All right, so here we are at the door, and now I've already got the door handle in on the outside, so now my door works. So if I click that, I'm going to hit the button. You can hear that the door latch lets go. So the door will open and close. So I may have to take this off anyway to get the window regulator in all my parts, but not a big deal. So now what we're going to do, though, is we're going to get the regulator. But first, before we start that, there is a guide that's right here on the inside, and it has 2 bolts that bolt here. I did have to go steal one of the bolts off of an old door. That's okay. But there is a line that goes up here, and we will have a piece of felt go all the way like that. So what I might do is lay the felt in first and then start with the regulator. That may come in a little bit of a pain, but then after that, we'll put in our new windows. So let's go ahead, grab some felt, grab the regulator, and start putting this thing in. All right, so we got the window and the felt that is in. Now the felt just pushes in and it runs the track. Now, I don't know what's going on with the regulator. When it comes out, the window feels like it's very loose in there. So I think I gotta do something there. It shouldn't be that hard to get in the track, which I have it in the track. I just don't know what's going on. Maybe there's a pair of bolts or something that I'm missing. But let's go ahead, and what we're going to do is we're going to put in the vent glass. Now, I have a little bit of a problem with the vent glass. When the vent glass came from LMC, they are missing some bolt holes. So up here and down here, there are bolt holes. We are going to have to drill them out. So let's go grab that. We're going to line it up and see where we need to drill. All right, so we have the vent window in, the regular window is in, and so is most of the felt. Now, we have these pieces right here, the felt that needs to go in the door here. So you just gotta kind of slide it in, and we're just gonna line up the holes. Then you just drop it in, and it is a little bit of a pain because they don't always line up, obviously over years. See, there's that one. Ooh. Of course, it's kind of tough now since I have everything pretty much in where it needs to be to get everything done. Now I have a plastic spatula that should help get this thing in. Now all those clip tabs are in. Now we do the exact same thing on the upper half. But we'll go ahead and get that one in, and then we're going to continue working on the rest of the door. So once we get that one in, we are going to get the cover. We are going to put some felt on it, or the door seal, which just runs around, and then put that on. Now, one thing that I did not order when I was ordering everything was a new window reel, or whatever you want to call it. And this one's now toast, so this one didn't go far enough down, and I didn't bolt it in, so it definitely didn't help because it spun and everything and wore out the inside. But I still was able to get it to work enough to move everything up and down. Now, this door is looking pretty incredible. It is almost ready to go back on the truck and be done. So that's a cool thing. Now, some of the felt didn't come out great here. It is a little bit long. I should have cut it. I might come back there in a little bit and cut it just enough at the end here, just to get it up in here nice and tight. If not, just keep jamming it in around here, kind of just to smash it in where it needs to be. But we'll go ahead and knock the other side felt out, and then we're going to start getting this door all together. All right, so everything is pretty much done on this door other than putting it on. And I forgot to order one thing when I was putting this thing all together. That is the roll-up. So that is the only thing left on this, which is just one bolt. This thing is looking great. It works awesome. Nice and easy, so that'll be okay. And we can start getting this thing prepared for the truck. So unfortunately, that is going to be a wrap for today's video. We did a lot. It may not have seemed like a lot. We did the whole door setup. This one is completely done, ready to go back on the truck. Obviously, the other one, I still need to get out here and paint, and I need to get all the other parts out here and get prepped for paint. This thing, ready to go on the truck. We are very excited about that. That is one more door on the truck. That is one more thing on the truck, not just a door. Then we have to do that door. That'll get done hopefully next weekend. Get that one built once it's done through clear, and continue to paint the rest of the bed of the truck. So I did find a gentleman reached out to me today after I posted online about the buckets. He is going to send me a pair of buckets for a pretty good price. So I have those coming. I'm very excited for that because once that's here, then we can start putting the front together. We get the windshields put in, and the whole front and the cab and up will be ready. So we just have a lot of stuff to put together. We have wiring to complete, which is going to be a pain. But we have a lot of stuff that we've done. We have a lot of stuff we've accomplished in such a short amount of time. It may seem like a long time, being 3 years, but we have accomplished quite a bit. So this door is ready to go on the truck. That door is still waiting to get painted again, as well as the rest of the bed. So I need to start moving those panels out here, get those things ready so those can get in color, and then we can start putting the back end of the truck together. Now, if I get the buckets next week, we might start putting the front end of the truck back together. That'll be a big deal. That'll be a lot of fun. So that's going to be a wrap for today's video. We'll see you guys next week when we continue working on the C10, and we'll see you then.